the regenerative danger mobile, where you need a socket in your pocket to survive. Hey buddy, you better be careful. I've seen some questionable motorcycling, but I think that took the cake. What happened back there? Oh, hello. We've got an E-boy behind me.
I just lost it for a second.
Right on. We're good.
What's that? Yeah, just a little bit. Okay, good.
Oh yeah, that regen is something else, buddy. Oh. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back. So today we are gonna take the dual motor fat bike out for a ride down here in this Food Savers bag. Waterproofing. We've got the Flipski 75-100 Pro V2. Get the V2. It's got the integrated Bluetooth. That's the one you want. There's an older one that isn't the V2. You want the V2. Okay, so back here we got the BAFANG G62 1000-watt rear hub motor. We got the welded clutch in it. The welded clutch, the Noisy Boy G62 6.5T motor windings. We're doing regen. I've got more torque arms today. I still don't have the pinching torque arm, right? So we're trying this out. We're trying out two torque arms kind of together today. We're gonna see if this can hold things on there. It seems to be slightly better, but it also seems like if you're doing regen, you probably just want to buy the pinching torque arm, the V7 one from Grintech. So I'll put that on the screen. If you want to do regen, just buy that torque arm. This is just what I'm working with for now, so we're gonna see if it works or not. And I have some tools on me, and we're gonna keep a close eye on it. So that's one of the challenges of doing regen with the geared hub motor, is it's got some pretty strong regen potential, but you got to make sure that the torque arms are secure. And when you start doing regen, the axle will be rocking back and forth, so your normal just axle nuts and torque washers and Amazon.com torque arms are not going to work if you want to do regen with the welded clutch. You got to have the thing held in there very good, because the regen is very powerful. That's your warning. I'm going to keep saying it, and there's still going to be some comments saying his wheel fell off, but I told you, this is your warning. So regen is dangerous, but it's powerful. We're gonna go try it out right now. Let's get into the VESC tool. Let's get in here. So we're right here in the VESC tool. Let's see here. 3, 2, 1, go. All right, we're in the VESC tool. So I'll show you how I set this up. I'll show you how I set up the regen in the VESC tool in a minute, but for now I just want to show you. So general temperature. So this is the settings for my temperature sensor on the motor. So it's a 10K NTC thermistor. I'm pretty sure the beta value is 3900. The ones from Grintech. It might be 3950, but you know, close enough. I'll double check it. But so that's how I have the temperature sensor that's inside of the motor windings configured. It's right here. And then so for the motor current max, I've got 75 phase amps. Motor current max brake. The regen I don't have going as strong. That's just 60 phase amps of regen. So here we are in the VESC tool. Let's try this regen out, see how it's gone. So these BAFANG geared hubs, normally when the clutch inside of them isn't welded, then the bike can coast. Uh-oh. Man, this iPhone, come on, dude. Like, get out of the way. Get out of the way. What are you doing? I just want to adjust the brightness, Tim Apple. Come on. All right, so by default in these motors, they freewheel and the bike can coast when you're not applying the motor power. So when the motor is freewheeling or coasting, it just means that the rotor inside of the motor with the magnets isn't spinning. It's not tied to the spinning of the wheel, so the wheel can spin freely without that drag from the resistance of the magnets inside of the motor. So that's how these motors work usually. But inside of these motors, there's a planet carrier, and it's got a one-way clutch inside of it. And if you weld that thing, and it's kind of goofy, it's like a goofy welding job. I don't know if there's any ideal way to do it, but if you weld it, then you can do regen even with these geared hub motors. But you gotta make sure that it's mounted on your bike safely. Or else it can be dangerous and the wheel can just fall off and you can get hurt. So that's why we're gonna be keeping a close eye on things today as I'm riding around, because it's kind of a new thing to me. I've never had regen on my bike before. It's a nice day out. I don't plan on having those come loose today, buddy. So I just lightly used my bike's brakes right there, but barely anything. Okay, so in my pocket I have a deep socket that we can use to make sure. So that is still good. Non-drive side, still good. What about this? It seems like it's a lot better with both of these torque arms on there, but it does seem like there's still just like the slightest amount of coming looseness happening. So once again, I'll put on the screen the V7 torque arm that you want from Grintech that I would suggest you buy. Don't do what I'm doing. Get the pinching V7 torque arm for regen that Grintech has. And it actually clamps down with 2 bolts or 2 machine screws onto the axle flats so that it totally prevents all of this fooling around that I'm doing. Right? So let's keep it moving. are saying my speedo might be wrong. I don't know. We can check with the speedo app. Wherever that might be. Whoa. So it says, uh-oh, it says advertisement. I don't know. 32, 31. I don't know. It seems close. See, whenever you stop, it gets confusing. You just gotta keep going. People always give me shit. People always give me shit for going flying through stop signs, but it's just like the path of least resistance on a bike. Like, just get used to it. So, I have the socket in my pocket, and we are I mean, I can't even tell. It seems a lot safer today than it was yesterday. Yesterday, with the one torque arm that was not working for the Regen at all with any preload, and it's kind of like a stretched out, like abused torque arm. I had like 5 or 10 minutes and the axle nuts were coming loose on both sides because we don't have a proper torque arm for Regen going. But today we got the 2 torque arms. This torque arm, this big one, is a lot better too. So that one's working a lot better. And then we got both of them kind of like braced against each other, and I tried to preload them against each other and then kind of pinch them together as best as I could. So what about this side? I don't think that side came loose much, if at all, right there. So I would say with this setup, I'm gonna keep checking frequently, but it seems like this is working a lot better, and you could probably go riding around for a while before it would become an issue, you know, like half an hour or like an hour or whatever. Like, you still have to be on top of it like all the time. You just got to buy the pinching torque arm. Like, that's what, don't do what I'm doing. Like, I got the welded clutch and I want to figure this out, and I don't want to have to wait for a package from Canada, even though it's usually pretty quick. I might try turning down the braking just a little bit. Oops. Maybe like 55. So it's not braking so hard. I also brought the tool to tighten up these hose clamps, because those fresh hose clamps, I think I hear them kind of like getting stretched out a little bit. We're also testing the vent holes. It's currently at 69. Nice. interesting to see how much regen we get. I think I might have a loose spoke or something. I keep hearing something terrible sounding. Oh, it's this thing on my hip pack. Oh, well, that's good. I thought there was like something bad happening, but there's this big like strap hanging down off my hip pack going into the spokes. Oh, watch out where you're going, buddy. I have a high visibility vest on, by the way. Like, this is just how it goes. This strap on my backpack is like scaring me, these noises. I've seen some questionable motorcycling, but I think that took the cake. What happened back there? I was like trying not to laugh. It's hot out. What do we got here today? $89? Really? Huh. So it's hot out today, boys. So this is like a true test of the vent holes. Okay, so we're gonna do an axle nut check. It does seem like it just slightly still. And then this side, that side seems to stay fine. I wonder if that's because all the planetary gears and like the gears and everything are over towards this side of the motor. It's probably like, I would say like all of the gears like probably like right here, and it's more towards, it still is towards the center of the wheel, but I think it's offset slightly to the right a little bit. And that's the side of the axle that's the solid half of it. It's not hollow over on this side. So I'm just gonna get the pinching torque arm for the regen, obviously, but for now I think we're still able to just do this for now. Maybe another torque arm on this side of it might help out in some way. I don't know. I think I have maybe like a V3 torque arm that I could put over on this side on the bottom of the chainstay. But that's the hollow side of the axle. So that side of the axle is weaker, but so the axle nuts are still on there. I think it's gonna hang in there for now. I gotta get my drink out of my kangaroo pouch. It says motor is at 70. It seems like having flip ski in this bag increases the temperature of it by like 10 C maybe, but it still seems okay. I think also doing regen probably just means that the controller is working more too, so that's probably part of it. But I think that bag has a lot to do with it. So now, let's see, let's raise my seat up a little bit so we have good GoPro view. I do it for you guys. Gonna look like a goofball, but here we go. Oh, whoops. That front one is just jonesing to go. Alright, here we go. GoPro is still going. It's hot out today, so we gotta keep it moving or the GoPro always has problems. So let's go regen down a big hill. Let's see what we can get. Noisy boy is making some noises back there, but that's just in his nature. So there's a big hill right here that we can go down. I haven't pedaled for a while. I need to adjust my derailleur. So this is a big hill, and it's braking like crazy. Like this is like, that's like me slamming on, like, look, it basically stopped me. That's crazy. This is a big hill. Oh man, I need to adjust my derailleur. That is terrible. Can I pedal in first gear? Jeez. Yeah, so like the regen is strong because I can't even go down the hill with it. But you can just give it a little bit of throttle and start kind of coasting. Like right here, I'm coasting. It's still braking, but we can go faster if we want to. You know, I just hit the throttle a little bit, and it feels more like coasting. Combined with your bike brakes, it works really well. I gotta adjust the limit screws on my derailleur so I can pedal. I think it's the index. Alright guys, had to fix the derailleur. Here we go. Can we pedal? Oh yeah. Much better. Oh, oh. Here we go. What a day out here. What a day to be regenerative braking. I tightened up the axle nuts again so we don't die. So let's see, can I pedal in 6th gear? Is it working now? What about 5th gear? I didn't do the indexing. I didn't fix that. How does it look down there? It's okay. Let's go regenerative braking down along the river. Let's go to Minnesota. Why not? I've still got half a drink in my kangaroo pouch. So what do you guys think about the noisy boy? He's not too noisy. I'm surprised the vent holes didn't make it noisier. I might have to get the steel gears just so he can live up to his name, Noisy Boy. Yeah, I can't visually see the nut twisting today like I did yesterday. That's underwater. So let's see here. Tightness check. What do we got? Oh yeah, it's barely coming. It's barely coming loose at all. Maybe just a little bit. I bet if I got some nylon locking nuts on there, or like some thread locker, we would be golden. But you should just buy the V7 Regen torque arm from Grimtech and save yourself the hassle and the danger. Maybe we should check this side. Oh my god, this thing overheated again. Are you kidding me? Oh no, we're still going. We're still going. Cool down, GoPro. The GoPro feels hot. Oh, Noisy Boy. Tell me more. Tell me more about your day, Noisy Boy. Here we go. What's the motor temperature at, dudes? I can't even see it. Oh yeah, that regen is something else, buddy. Oh. I'm feeling good about this, guys. This is a lot of fun. This is like a whole new dimension to BAFANG hub motoring. When you weld your clutch for the regen. And the clutch is just like a $25 piece. No big deal. I'm pretty sure they're on Amazon. And they're definitely on AliExpress. But then once you weld a clutch, you can just buy it, you can just use that clutch and keep using it. And then buy the nylon gears or whatever, steel gears or whatever you want. And you just get a snap ring pliers and you, oh man, that was scary. You get a snap ring pliers and you can just put the nylon gears onto the welded clutch and just keep using it. Regen. kind of like a rattling noise, or like, I think after I welded that clutch, or my brother did, but after that, oh hello. We've got an E-Boy behind me. It's a nice bike, man. Make sure you didn't lose anything.
Slow-mo. Whoops.
Nice bike, man.
I think I'm good.
You from Minnesota, or are you over here?
I'm from Minnesota.
Right on.
I didn't hit too hard. I think I'm good. I just lost it for a sec there.
Right on.
We're good. What's that? Did you hit it? Yeah, just a little bit. Okay, good. Alright, I think everything's good.
How you liking that bike?
What's that?
How you liking that bike?
I'm loving it, except for when I fuck up like that.
Happens to the best of us.
Yeah.
Good thing you got all the gear on though, the gloves and stuff. Like,
Exactly,
you
brother.
gotta be careful.
Yep, take it easy.
Right on, dude. See you around, man. I think you might have something. Jesus. That dude. Holy, oh my goodness. So that wow, I got that on camera. I can't believe that. I might have to go back under the bridge and do like a regroup. Oh my god, that was ridiculous, boys. I can't believe I got all of that on camera. Did you see what just occurred?
I just lost it for a sec there.
Right on.
We're good. What's that? Did you hit it? Yeah, just a little bit. Okay, good.
That was like the second time today. That was the second time today that there was like crazy motorcycling where people are crashing. Like, what? That is crazy. What is going on? So we are at 67 motor temp. Man, the battery is looking good, 72%. So let's go look. What do we have here? So it looks like I reset my stats at some point. I guess when I started, so did it reset my trip or something? I don't know. I'm not sure what happened to my stats. I turned the flip ski off a few times when I was working on the bike. Oh man, dude, I don't know what just happened, but that was wild. That was wild. Did you see that? Stuntman. Did you guys see the Talaria Stuntman do a wheelie into the gate? What was that about? That was nuts, dudes. I thought he was going up and over that thing. I was like, this guy is the real deal. Like, he is gonna climb straight over that thing. I'm still trying to get over that. I had to come back down here and let the GoPro cool down and let me cool down after that stunt. That was nuts. It's a cool, it was a Talaria or whatever you call them. Cool bike, nice guy. Just about lost his phone and stuff. It's good to see he had like gloves on, because I see a lot of people like wheeling around without like gloves or a helmet on, like they've never crashed once in their life. And it's like, what are you doing? He seemed like he might have been on some kind of stimulants.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Is my guess. Out having, maybe he was just out high on life.
Yeah, just a little bit.
High on Talaria.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Right on. And then, oh man, oh, that it keeps scaring me, hearing all those things in my tire. And then those cyclists showed up and they're like, did you just go up into the wall? And he's like, yeah, just a little bit. What was that about? There's a friendly cyclist back there. I mean, I don't know, guys. I mean, it was a cool bike, nice guy. Maybe he was just out having a lot of fun today. Kind of a, you know, slightly kind of a, I don't want to, you know, that was a little bit of a bad look for the e-boy crowd. So, that was,
Yeah, just a little bit.
I don't know, man. He was going fast. He was just like right behind me. I don't know. I'm not always ripping around top speed all the time, really. So like right here, I was holding down the throttle and we were just kind of like coasting is what it felt like, but it was still charging. So I can kind of modulate the regen with the throttle foot. So then I let go, now it's slowing me down, stopping. And it was basically a complete stop. Like, I could have just put my feet down to stop myself. Like, I didn't even need my bike's brakes. Let's see, are we still... We gotta keep this moving today. Or the GoPro's gonna overheat. Chain fall off on there, or what gear am I in here? Let's see. So now we're doing the real-time data logging, and we'll be able to see that on the computer if I take the effort to transfer the file and go through the rigmarole. So one thing about regen that I mentioned in my previous video, in addition to the axle wiggle, is just how the motor is always kind of working. Because by default, when the clutch inside of these motors freewheels, your bike can coast freely, right, without needing to spin the rotor with all of the magnetic drag inside of the motor. So when that is freewheeling by default with no modifications, the motor's not working when you're coasting and freewheeling, and there's no drag. So that's how they work by design. But then when you weld the clutch and you're doing the regen, like when I let off the throttle, now it's kind of working in reverse, where it's the motor is still like, there's still juice going through the motor, but it's electricity being generated and charging the battery. So it's still working, like when I'm accelerating and when I'm braking, braking. So since the motor is always working when you're doing regen, it never really gets a chance to cool down or get a break. Like you're just, no matter whether you're accelerating or decelerating with the regen on. There's still that heat happening, and the motor will run warmer. So I've got the vent holes like drilled in my motor. So if your voltage gauge in VESC is like dropping, going up and down too much when the regen and the discharge is happening, like right now mine is at like 58, but then when I do regen it goes up to like 62. There's a battery compensation factor thing that you can adjust. Or battery filter, what is that? Constant? So by default, the battery filter constant's kind of low. You can increase it a little bit, and then when you increase it, the voltage won't be as jumpy. Like so now when I'm going between charging and discharging, the voltage shouldn't be going up and down quite as much. Motor's at 82. The more that I use it this way, I might just keep it this way, where you kind of like ease off on the throttle, and then you can just you can brake that way. I'll show you guys how I set this up in a minute here. Something about the regen is you can really control like slow, like moving slowly. That's interesting. Here we go. Alright. We're back in the VESC tool on the dual hub e-bike, trying regen with my BAFANG geared hub motor. We're cruising around, motor cool down to 55. I can only imagine the GoPro cooled down as well. It was a nice conversation. Took a few minutes. It's been an eventful ride. We had the motorcycle guy lay it down. Coming out of his driveway, we had Talaria Stuntman try and climb a wall. And we had a nice long conversation with a friendly old gentleman at the beach. It's been a great day, buddies. GoPro, hello? Man, it's hot already, the GoPro. Uh-oh. Oh, I thought I was gonna hit my head on that branch for a second. Regen test. It's hard to gauge how long regen's gonna take it to stop, but if you give it enough time, Alright, so I'm going to torque on the axle nuts again. Okay, so this left side, non-drive side, still on there very well. Drive side, I just twisted it on there slightly. Seems like it just comes loose on this side. That Talaria guy was crazy. That was not a good look. I've decided that was not a good look for the E community. Alright, we're gonna go find somewhere and I'll show you how I set up the regen like this. Let's go down to like the marina or like somewhere quiet. We're gonna need, it's gonna take a few minutes. We're gonna need a quiet spot. Hey buddy, you better be careful. Go for it, dude. Go. Run, 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 run. Yeah, go, 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 go. There you go. Here we go. Now we're moving. Oh. got some kind of a rattling symptom that's happening after this whole fiasco. Let's see how high the water is. Is the GoPro overheated yet? Oh man, that's really hot. This might be a good spot over here somewhere to do the motor setup. Okay, so let's just go right here. Oh, maybe I should just leave this on here. Alright, let's see here. Oops, don't turn off. Do not turn off. Okay, GoPro, you still going, buddy? Alright. So, I will show you bros. I will show you bros how we do this. How I set up Regen with the throttle like this. So, let's see here. So I'll show you the motor setup that I run through here usually. So then this is for the BAFANG G62 1000 watt rear hub motor, G62 1000 DC 06. So we're gonna not load the default parameters because we don't want to reset my voltage battery limits and stuff. So no, we're gonna hit generic large outrunner override, and then for this I think you can use like 1000 to 2000 or whatever you feel like. And then for the sensorless you usually use like twice as much. Let's just try 2000, 4000, motor pulls 100. Because the rotor in this motor, it has 20 magnets, so there's 20 poles, and then the gearing is 5 to 1, so you multiply the 20 magnets times the 5 and we get 100 motor poles effective. Okay bros, that's how it works. So we're gonna lift the bike up on the kickstand. We're gonna hit next, yes. Set up my battery 20 series, 20 amp hours. Advanced, we're gonna give it 30 amps battery current max. 30 amps regen max. Make sure your battery can handle 30 amps of charging. I think my cells, they can handle 6 amps charging, and they're in 5 parallel, so 6 times 5, what is that, 30 hopefully. So direct drive just means it's a hub motor. My wheel diameter seems close enough for an accurate speed. Motor pulls 100. So I'll do the run detection. So we're doing the motor detection. This is what you want to do right after you connect your motor to the controller, or you change any of the wiring or anything. So So it says, this is what I came up with. But it looks like I forgot to adjust that motor current max. I left it at 400. So so that's maybe a little bit too much motor current. I'm going to change that. You always want to check that motor current. What does it mean could not read motor configuration? What does that mean? Don't tell me there's problems. Forward. Are we gonna, there we go. Oh, all right. Finish. Okay. So then to get the regen set up, this is the important part, so pay attention. We have to set up input, and then so we have to pick this VESC that we're on. And then so it's ADC throttle, conventional e-bike throttle. So then what we do here is we go all the way to the max, but then we go all the way, we just let go of it. All the way, just totally let go. And then apply and right. And then next. So we then on this next thing under setup, under control type, this is the important part. We select current no reverse brake center. Okay, so GoPro just cut out during the most important part, so I don't know if I got it or what. Okay, so this is what we need under control type. Set it to current no reverse brake center and then write it. And then next. There. Now I gotta go back to my current because it came up really high from the motor setup, so we're gonna reduce this. Right, that. And then for the brake, I'm gonna have that lower.
So I go in once in a while. Yeah. I was in Sweden, never put like
I'm gonna take you down, walk up the hill. You jump once you get to the top. I'll help you go up. I'll help you go up the hill.
Okay, so now that we've done that, I think we should be set up here. So it's important that you set up the throttle like that so that the regen does something. Because before I did that, you could feel the drag from the welded clutch, but it was like there was no regen. So in the ADC general control type, I'm using current no reverse brake center. That's important. And then for these ramping times, I think it might be good to maybe slow them down a little bit just to take it easy on the nylon. I think that affects like how fast it ramps the throttle. So positive is when you're giving a throttle, and then negative ramping would be how hard it applies the regen, how fast. So you can ramp that slowly. Maybe that would help. You still want it to happen fairly quick so it's not like sluggish. But I need to get moving before this GoPro overheats again, so I mean, I think that's basically what you need to know. Current no reverse brake center, then just map your throttle so that the center voltage is where you're totally just let the throttle go. And then that makes it so like as you ease off the throttle, the regen just kind of like increases. And then you can still adjust the throttle curve if you want to give it an expo to kind of give it kind of smooth it down a little bit. Okay, but we got to get moving. So that's basically how I did it. Just make sure your battery current isn't too high or you can break things. I'm still trying to figure out how I could make it freewheel. There's got to be some way to make it freewheel so you can pedal easily. Like right now it's kind of hard for me to pedal from the stop. Oh, but you gotta like give it a little bit of throttle to get going. Maybe I'm not gonna go over the rocks. Oh, that is so steep right there. My BBS HD can just go straight up that on the mountain bike, but this thing is like not the same. So I can still pedal, but you just kind of have to hold the throttle. I think you have to kind of like get through the throttle input deadband or something so that it's giving you just a little bit and it feels like you're pedaling without any drag. When you have regen, it's kind of like a regen exercise mobile. Like you can just kind of like pedal to charge. If you ever have anybody complain to you about getting exercise on an e-bike, let them try and pedal your welded clutch BAFANG without any power, without any virtual freewheeling, and see how far they get before they're exhausted. Something's different over here. This GoPro? Hello? No? Okay. Yes, GoPro's still going. Alright, let's go down the river road. Is that what it is? There's the house on crates. Back there. Oh. Wow, that's a crazy tree. That tree is something else. That tree is like really attention grabbing. What is that thing? Should we give the motor the ultimate uphill test? Oh man, bros, let's do it today. Let's do it. Don't overheat, GoPro. Don't fucking overheat. God. Oh man, what's happening here? Today's been wild. It's a good time to be an e-bike builder. I need to check my axle nuts. Oh man. Okay, GoPro. You still going? I wonder if that was the Talaria STUNTMAN that we saw earlier. Man. Oh, the axle nuts are still they're so tight. They're on there so good. Barely, oh man, that left side is like not going anywhere. This right side is the one that seems to need a nylon locking nut. Alright, where are we at? GoPro, you okay here? How do you feel, GoPro? Are you hot? Oh my goodness, it's getting hot. We gotta keep moving. We gotta keep moving. Let's go up this hill today. Oh. Let's go up this hill. We're gonna do some double motoring up this hill to cool down the GoPro. Little baby Samsung steps into the arena. 52.1 volts doing 1500 watts up the hill, and my rear motor's not currently doing anything. I wonder if the front motor is trying to go, but the regen from the back motor is like too much for it. So we're just gonna double motor so the regen isn't going. Oh. It's gonna be a trip up the hill today, boys. I don't always go this way. I'm doing it for you, bros. We gotta aim this up a little bit more. Is it still going? GoPro, please keep going. Okay. There we go. Let's keep going. Let's get this into gear, buddy. Whoa! Watch out, little chippy. I need the bug shields. Motor's at 69, buddies. Nice.
Regen opportunity coming up. Don't fail me now, GoPro. Here it is right here. Regeneration. I can feel the power of nylon gears. Oh. Alright, that was some good regen, bros. Uh-oh, my chain come off? We have an e-bike speed synchronization machine. Let's see what it says. 24. I don't know. Seems close enough. GoPro, what do you got in there, buddy? 34 minutes. Nice. G62, let's go, buddy. It's so windy. Oh my goodness. Motor went up to 90, what does it say? 90, it's tweaking out. It's tweaking out a little bit. Maybe my thermistor's too close to the windings and like the magnetic fields are interfering. I don't know. Did that, does that motor config change like your temperature settings? Something keeps changing those for me. No, they're still the same. Okay. You gotta watch out for these branches hanging down there. Jeez, if you were on a tall e-bike and you were like Shaquille O'Neal, you could have lost an eye back there. GoPro, we better check the axle nuts. We can't forget we're on a danger mobile. The regenerative danger mobile, where you need a socket in your pocket to survive. This one seems very tight. Drive side. Drive side, need a little bit of a tighten. Buy the Grintech V7 Regen torque arm today, and then you won't have this problem. Justin, are you proud of me? Okay, so GoPro, are you alive? Alright, we're on the road back. We're going back. Let's see. How much have we regenerated? Man, when you do that regen braking, I can just feel them nylon gears just crunching, buddy, just grinding. Oh, just making juice for me. Chain is not going up into that gear. Whoa, what's going on here? I don't know how much of that I got on film back when Talaria STUNTMAN crashed into the metal gate, and then the cyclist pedaled up and asked him if he crashed into the gate, and he said, yeah, just a little bit. But if I got all of that on camera, that is gonna be like YouTube gold. Oh man, I love today. Let's regenerate. Regenerating. I've seen so many things today that were just ridiculous that it's just like, oh man, it was a good ride. And it's not even over yet. Man, what is that rattling? That's crazy. It might be a loose spoke or something. I gotta do some work on that rear wheel. This isn't the first time it's rattled, but ever since I put on the regen, it might be like my, I don't know, my brake disc or something. Is this still going? Please still be going. Thank you. Here we are, back at St. Francis of Assisi. Where are you, Rory? Where are you, Ash, buddy? I miss you, buddy. That sun feels good. I'm just gonna keep coming back to St. Francis until Rory comes back / Ash. What I forgot to say, and what I tried to tell the Talaria STUNTMAN, was that he had like, in his tire, I'm pretty sure he had like this giant piece of something piercing his tire that was like, it looked like it was close to like an inch in diameter or something, like this giant like chunk of metal or like giant like piece of wood or something was like in his tire, and it wasn't like a stub on his tire. Oh man, that was bumpy. This sidewalk is so bumpy. Some of the bumps scare me sometimes. What's up, buddy? Let me know in the comments, what do you guys think of the Talaria Stuntman? I thought he was pretty cool. I thought he was pretty sweet. Made for some good content. Seemed like a nice guy. Cool bike. But, you know. I think even Talaria Stuntman would agree that that was a bad look. Oh. One thing that's a little bit funny in VESC is like, what voltage are we at here? Like, where is that? 71? And then it just went up to 73. Oh man, that is a rattle, buddy. That regen works so good though. That's gonna save me so much money in brake pads. I think I need to adjust my low limit. It's like falling off or something. What's going on here? What's the deal? them prickly flowers. I don't want to hit that thing. That scared me. Regen stopped me pretty good, didn't hit my brakes till right towards the end there. Left side is still very tight. Drive side. Oh, just about lost it. Drive side. Oh, oh man, drive side is actually still tight. It hasn't come loose at all. I can't quite see my phone whatsoever. Let's just turn out the brightness a little bit. Okay. Pedal boy behind us, we had to take off. I do think I'll benefit from regen just because like I've usually drained my battery pretty good, so anything I can have left when I get back is going to be good for my battery longevity. Gotta make sure I didn't. Alright guys, everything is overheating and dying and running out of battery. Let's try and get just the final stretch. Go! Okay, so we're going to turn the screen recording, the screen temperature. Well, let's see here. I need to adjust that. So apparently the G62, when it can get very hot, and 150 C is like where things go bad, very bad. So you don't want to go there. So I'm gonna let it get up. The temp cutoff starts at 115 and I'm gonna have it end at 120 because I still don't know when this thermistor melts or what that's good up to. Okay, so we got, like, it says we got 8 minutes left on the SD card. Make sure you like and subscribe because I'm not thinking around with another SD card. This is it, boys. So let's just cruise home. Let's see how hot the motor gets. If it gets to 115, it's supposed to start throttling. My battery is also getting lower. I didn't use my bike's brakes at all right there. Motor's at 100. Man, why is that rattling? That's nuts. That's nuts, bros. So the motor is going into the hundreds. Sure what exactly is going on here, but it's like, that's weird. I think the battery, or there might be some kind of like temperature compensation. I think I need to turn off that temperature compensation factor thing. Like something funny's going on. I've hit so many things today where I thought my tire, I'm not even going to say it out loud. It's been a good ride, boys. Like and subscribe. Leave a comment. What do you think about the Noisy Boy doing the regen? Let's, that was a regenerative stop right there. Wow. This is difficult, man. This is gonna take forever. Oh. Thanks for watching, guys. It's been a heck of a ride. We've met the Talaria Stuntman. I think he might become an icon on the channel. I have a feeling we might meet that Talaria Stuntman again in the future. So stay tuned for more of that shit, buddies. Leave a comment. Motor's at 105. Getting more. Big Daddy Justin said it can go up to 150. Wide open. Let's go, Flipski. Let's go. GoPro, you still going, buddy? You run out. He's got 1 minute, 15 seconds left. Man, that was perfect. Perfect timing. What a perfect day. Thanks for watching, buddies. And following along as we regeneratively brake our way home on the Flipski 7500 Pro V2. Use code EBB at flipski.net and get the 10% off your order. Link in the description, bros. Peace out. Thanks for watching. Motor's getting hot. See you next time, bubs. Later.